Hey parents, I just wanted to jump on real quick and let you know who I am and to talk about my class a little bit. I am Chuck Harvey. I'm the geometry teacher here at the junior high. I've been teaching here for 20 years, 20 school years now. And this by far is the craziest year. I'm married. I live out in Avon. I got 4 kids myself, so I know how crazy this e-learning stuff is. We're going through it with my own kids. My oldest is 11. My youngest is 5. He just started kindergarten, so we got all 4 kids in school right now, which makes life a little bit easier on the home front. What else? I'm going to keep things super simple and keep it short. I don't want to get too technical. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call or email me. But specifically, my class, it goes all the way up to Christmas break. It's 18 weeks. They have myself and they have Mr. Payton. So my class right now is just strictly geometry, where Mr. Payton teaches all of us, kind of like a 7th grade general math. I kind of just hone in on the geometry aspect of it. The same geometry you guys had when you were in kids and you probably fell in love with and talk all the time about, I'm sure. But again, I'm keeping my class super simple. I've made some changes this year to kind of keep things simpler this year because it is a little crazy in the classroom between kids. We got kids coming back from, being on quarantine after 10 days. We got kids being bumped out because they have symptoms. So it's almost like a revolving door every day. We are making it work here. We are keeping kids safe. I could go through all the protocols that we have in place. I have my mask on all the time. No one's here now. That's why I don't. I wipe the desk down. Again, there's many other things if you would like to know. I won't take up time in this video, but we're following all the rules. But as far as my class, I keep things simple. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I teach a lesson, and then we have a homework covering that lesson. Last night's homework, we did area of rectangles. I had 4 problems on there. We are very conscious the amount of homework we give the kids, especially since they have 2 math classes. We don't want to bombard them. So I really specialize my homeworks into making sure they reinforce the lesson that I taught that day. One thing that I'm doing different this year is I'm only grading the quizzes, which are every Friday. So that I don't want that to scare you. The 4 homework assignments, we check every assignment every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I check the homework assignments. That's one of the things in my class. We take about 20 minutes going over it. I check for understanding. And I tell the kids, hey, I take those 4 homeworks. It's kind of like put them in a blender and mix them all together. And then that creates the quiz on Friday. So I say Thursday night, this is the age that you really need to start maybe kind of going over some extra problems from those homeworks to prepare for the quiz Friday. Because I do consider this one of their very first true math classes. Elementary, God bless those teachers, but they have to be a teacher of all the subjects, where I went to school just to study math. So I kind of tell them, this is one of their very first true math classes. So if they know those 4 homework assignments, they will do well on the quiz Friday. Every Friday there's a quiz. I don't know, over my shoulder here, you could see that's the whole 18-week plan. I'd be happy to email that to you. If you're curious, you could see the material that we'll be teaching all the way up to Christmas break. And and then those quizzes, there are 12 quizzes in this course, and then we put all those in a blender, and then they take a final at the end of this course, which tells me how well they did throughout the 18 weeks of this course. And so that's about this class. Again, I'm pretty flexible and pretty understanding, especially during this year. So if you have any questions or any issues, email me, call me. You can find all my information on the school website. Real quickly, too, it's kind of one of our little catchphrases here in the math department. Your kid gets 3 years of math in 2 years. And, that's pretty important. They have myself, they have Mr. Payton, and then their 8th grade teacher, Mr. Schaefer. And so we make that work. But what's cool is we get them in here as a 7th grader. And then right after Christmas, between Christmas and spring break, we determine if they're strong in math or if they need a little extra help in math. If they're strong in math, then they're going to go into pre-algebra as a 7th grader for that 9 weeks. If they have a little, need a little extra help in math, we got a class called Accelerated Math 7. I teach both those classes, Accelerated Math and Pre-Algebra, for those 9 weeks. And that accelerated math, basically it's 9 weeks of fractions, negatives, and decimals. Those are the 3 fundamental building blocks to become successful as a math student. So we kind of double down on that. The pre-algebra kids, I say, hey, this is very selective. Mr. Roseborough asked me who's the best and brightest in the, in 7th grade math. Let's see if we can give them an 8th grade class in 9 weeks. So it's super intense. Super involved and pretty fast paced because we're trying to teach 36 weeks of pre-algebra in 9 weeks. And if they can make it in that 9 weeks, then they can go to 8th grade algebra, which is normally a freshman class, and kind of be a year ahead. And there's going to be certain things they have to meet in order to get promoted to the 8th grade algebra. And if not, they'll be what I would say a normal 8th grader, and they take 8th grade pre-algebra, which most kids, vast majority do. That's 8th grade pre-algebra. So when they're 8th graders, they have 8th grade pre-algebra or 8th grade algebra. So I'm getting kind of technical. If you need further explanation, I don't want to take up too much time. I want to keep this short and sweet. Feel free to call me. My prep period's 2:30 to 3:30. Call or email, and I would be happy to explain in further detail. But yeah, that's me. Have a little patience this year. This year is absolutely nuts in the classroom. Doing my best to deliver what I would say is an old school traditional feeling that school has. There's some barriers this year, obviously, that prevents it. But, I have kids in school, and so I treat your kids like I hope my kids' teachers treat them. I try to have a lot of fun classroom. Geometry is a great subject. You can put, we live in a geometric world, but kind of going on a little bit too long. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Email, call me, and we'll take it from there. But let's keep this year going. Thank you.